The secret to avoiding heart disease starts in your heart. How to win the fight in 7 simple steps. Do you wake up every morning feeling that tightness in your chest? That constant worry in the back of your mind, wondering if today might be the day your heart finally gives out? I see it in my patients every single day. That look of fear in their eyes when they describe the sensation of their heart racing unexpectedly, the shortness of breath that comes from simply climbing a flight of stairs, the crushing fatigue that makes even the simplest daily tasks feel impossible. You're not alone in this struggle. Millions of Americans wake up every day fighting the same invisible battle, wondering if they're doing everything they can to protect their heart. You've probably tried the conventional advice already, haven't you? Cut the salt, take your medications, exercise more. Yet somehow, despite following all the rules, you still feel that uncertainty, that vulnerability. What if I told you there's a completely different approach to heart health? One that addresses the root causes rather than just managing symptoms. An approach so powerful, yet so simple that it could transform your cardiovascular health without expensive medications or complicated procedures. I'm about to share with you 7 scientifically proven strategies that have helped thousands of my patients reclaim their heart health and their confidence. Imagine waking up with energy flowing through your body, your mind clear and sharp, your heart strong and steady. Imagine walking up those stairs without gasping for breath, playing with your grandchildren without needing to stop and rest, living your life without the constant cloud of heart disease hanging over you. That's the reality I want for you, and it's more achievable than you might think. Before we dive into these life-changing strategies, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button. Your support helps us reach more people who desperately need this information. And don't forget to check out the first link below to learn more about a product that can help improve the health issues mentioned in this video twice as fast. Now let's get started with the 7 secrets to winning the fight against heart disease. The first secret to heart health starts with understanding something most doctors never talk about. Your heart isn't just a mechanical pump, it's an intelligent organ with its own neural network. That's right, your heart contains approximately 40,000 neurons, forming what scientists now call a heart brain. This means your heart can sense, feel, learn, and remember independently from your brain. When you experience chronic stress, anxiety, or emotional trauma, your heart receives these signals directly, causing physical changes to the cardiovascular system. Studies from the HeartMath Institute have shown that negative emotions like anger, frustration, and worry create chaotic, erratic patterns in your heart rhythm, while positive emotions like appreciation, care, and love create coherent, harmonious patterns. This coherence isn't just an abstract concept, it translates to measurable improvements in blood pressure, immune function, and hormonal balance. So the first strategy is emotional heart healing. Take time each day, just 5 minutes, to practice heart-focused breathing. Place your hand over your heart, breathe slowly and deeply, and consciously generate feelings of gratitude or appreciation. This isn't some new age concept, it's hard science. Research published in the American Journal of Cardiology showed that patients who practiced this technique for just 8 weeks experienced a 10% reduction in blood pressure and significantly improved heart rate variability, a key marker of heart health and longevity. Many of my patients are surprised to discover how quickly this simple practice can transform not just their cardiovascular readings, but their overall sense of well-being. One patient, a 68-year-old retired teacher with a family history of heart disease, lowered her blood pressure by 15 points in just 3 weeks using this technique, allowing her to reduce her medication dosage under medical supervision. The beauty of this approach is that it costs nothing, has 0 side effects, and can be practiced anywhere, anytime. And unlike medication, which often treats symptoms without addressing causes, emotional heart healing works at the source of cardiovascular dysfunction. Let me pause for a moment and speak directly to you. I know what it's like to feel ignored by the healthcare system, to have your concerns dismissed or minimized. So many of my patients tell me they've never truly felt heard until they found a doctor who understood their experience. If you're feeling the same way, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment right now to leave a comment below that simply says "I feel heard" or share a brief description of your heart health journey. Not only will this help me understand what you're going through, but it connects you with thousands of others watching who share similar challenges. There's something profoundly therapeutic about knowing you're not alone in your struggles. And when you comment, I can better tailor future videos to address your specific concerns. Now let's continue with our journey to optimal heart health. The second key strategy focuses on what I call intelligent inflammation control. Contrary to popular belief, cholesterol isn't the primary driver of heart disease. The latest research points to inflammation as the real culprit behind arterial damage. Think of inflammation like a fire in your blood vessels, and inflammatory foods as the fuel that keeps that fire burning. The standard American diet is essentially inflammatory rocket fuel packed with processed oils, refined carbohydrates, and artificial additives that create chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system. The solution begins with eliminating the three most inflammatory ingredients from your diet: industrial seed oils, added sugars, and refined flours. These substances are particularly dangerous because they trigger what cardiologists call endothelial dysfunction, damage to the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Let's look at vegetable oils first. Oils like soybean, corn, canola, and safflower are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which in excessive amounts promote inflammation. When these oils are heated, they create compounds called aldehydes that are directly toxic to your heart. Replace these with heart-protective fats like extra virgin olive oil, which contains polyphenols that actually reduce inflammation and improve endothelial function. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who consumed olive oil regularly had a 30% lower risk of cardiovascular events like heart attack and stroke. The Mediterranean regions where olive oil consumption is highest have some of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world, despite diets that aren't particularly low in fat. How much olive oil should you consume? Aim for 2–3 tablespoons daily, used in cooking or drizzled over foods after preparation. For those who don't enjoy the taste of olive oil, avocado oil is an excellent alternative with a similar fatty acid profile. Sugar is another inflammatory driver that deserves special attention. When you consume foods with added sugar, your blood glucose spikes, triggering insulin release and creating a cascade of inflammatory processes. Even more concerning is the formation of advanced glycation end products, or AG, which literally age your arteries from the inside out. Reducing sugar doesn't mean eliminating all sweetness from your life. Natural sweeteners like monk fruit or small amounts of raw honey have minimal impact on inflammation compared to processed sugar. The average American consumes about 17 teaspoons of added sugar daily, while the American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. Making this single change can dramatically reduce your inflammatory burden. Refined flours react in your body similarly to sugars, rapidly converting to glucose and triggering the same inflammatory response. Replace these with intact whole grains, legumes, and root vegetables that provide complex carbohydrates without the inflammatory spike. The fiber in these foods also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which play a crucial role in heart health through what scientists call the gut-heart axis. Many of my patients are surprised to learn that digestive health and heart health are intimately connected, with research showing that certain gut bacteria can either promote or protect against atherosclerosis. If you're finding this information valuable, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue providing this kind of life-saving information to those who need it most. The third strategy for optimal heart health involves activating your body's built-in detoxification systems. Your cardiovascular system is constantly under assault from environmental toxins that most conventional doctors never discuss. These include heavy metals like lead, mercury, and cadmium, persistent organic pollutants, and plasticizers that disrupt normal cardiovascular function. A study from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people with higher levels of environmental toxins had significantly increased risks of heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. Your body has sophisticated mechanisms for eliminating these toxins, primarily through the liver, kidneys, and lymphatic system. But these systems can become overwhelmed in our modern toxic environment. The solution isn't some extreme cleanse or expensive protocol. Instead, focus on foods that naturally enhance your detoxification pathways. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain compounds called glucosinolates that activate phase 2 liver detoxification. Sulfur-rich foods like garlic, onions, and leeks provide necessary compounds for the liver to neutralize toxins. And foods high in chlorophyll, like spinach, parsley, and cilantro, help bind to heavy metals, facilitating their removal. Adequate hydration is also crucial for toxin elimination. Pure filtered water helps your kidneys filter waste products efficiently. Aim for half your body weight in ounces daily, more if you're physically active or live in a hot climate. One powerful detoxification practice that specifically benefits the cardiovascular system is intermittent sauna use. Research from Finland, where sauna bathing is part of the national culture, shows that regular sauna use is associated with remarkable reductions in cardiovascular mortality. Men who used a sauna 4 months of 7 times weekly had a 50% lower risk of fatal cardiovascular disease compared to those who used it once weekly. The heat exposure increases blood flow, induces a mild stress response that strengthens the heart, and promotes sweating, which eliminates toxins through the skin. If sauna access isn't feasible, even a hot bath with Epsom salts can provide some of the same detoxifying benefits. Movement is another crucial element of detoxification. Your lymphatic system, unlike your circulatory system, doesn't have a pump, relying instead on muscle contractions to move lymphatic fluid. Without regular movement, toxins can accumulate in your tissues. Simple practices like rebounding on a mini trampoline, brisk walking, or gentle yoga are particularly effective for lymphatic circulation. One patient of mine, a 55-year-old executive with chronically high blood pressure, incorporated these detoxification strategies for just 1 month. Not only did his blood pressure decrease, but his energy levels improved dramatically, and the chest discomfort he'd been experiencing disappeared completely. The fourth key to heart health is what I call metabolic flexibility training. Your heart is the most metabolically active organ in your body, requiring a constant supply of energy to function properly. Most Americans have become metabolically rigid, relying almost exclusively on glucose for fuel. This creates a problem because glucose metabolism generates more free radicals and oxidative stress than fat metabolism. Teaching your heart to efficiently burn both glucose and fat for fuel creates metabolic resilience and reduces oxidative damage to cardiovascular tissues. The most effective way to develop this metabolic flexibility is through strategic meal timing. Restricting your eating window to 8–10 hours daily, a practice known as time-restricted eating, gives your body regular periods when insulin levels remain low, activating fat-burning pathways. You don't need to reduce calories, simply consolidate your meals within this window. For example, if you finish dinner at 7 p.m., wait until 9 a.m. the next day for your first meal. This 14-hour overnight fast is long enough to shift your metabolism, but not so challenging that it becomes unsustainable. Research published in Cell Metabolism showed that this pattern of eating, even without calorie reduction, improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and enhanced cellular repair mechanisms. For those already comfortable with this approach, occasionally extending the fasting period to 16–18 hours can provide additional benefits. During these longer fasts, your body produces a substance called beta-hydroxybutyrate, a ketone body that the heart actually prefers as a fuel source. Cardiologists are now recognizing that ketones are a super fuel for cardiac tissue, generating more energy with less oxidative damage compared to glucose. Another approach to metabolic flexibility training is incorporating periods of higher and lower carbohydrate intake, rather than maintaining a chronically low-carb diet. This carbohydrate cycling mimics our ancestral eating patterns and prevents the metabolic adaptation that can occur with any fixed dietary approach. You might follow a lower carb approach for 3–4 days, focusing on healthy fats, protein, and non-starchy vegetables, then include 1–2 days with more carbohydrates from nutrient-dense sources like sweet potatoes, fruit, and whole grains. This pattern helps maintain insulin sensitivity while providing metabolic challenge that strengthens your cardiovascular system. Physical activity plays a crucial role in metabolic flexibility as well. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, is particularly effective as it depletes muscle glycogen stores and forces your body to become more efficient at burning fat. You don't need intense gym workouts to benefit. Even alternating between faster and slower walking for 20 minutes can provide similar metabolic advantages. I'd like to take another moment to connect with you directly. If you're finding value in these strategies, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything to us and helps us continue sharing this vital information with those who need it most. The fifth strategy focuses on repairing and protecting your vascular endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. This single-cell layer is the frontline defense against heart disease, regulating blood pressure, preventing clot formation, and controlling inflammation. When the endothelium becomes damaged, the stage is set for atherosclerosis and heart disease. The primary cause of endothelial dysfunction is oxidative stress, essentially an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in your body. To protect and repair your endothelium, focus on foods rich in specific compounds that target vascular health. Polyphenols, found in berries, dark chocolate, green tea, and red wine, have been shown to improve endothelial function within hours of consumption. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that consuming blueberries improved endothelial function in healthy men by 24% within just 2 hours. Aim for at least 2 servings of polyphenol-rich foods daily. Nitric oxide is another crucial molecule for endothelial health, helping blood vessels dilate and maintain proper tone. Your body produces nitric oxide from dietary nitrates found in beets, arugula, spinach, and other leafy greens. A daily serving of these foods can significantly increase nitric oxide production and improve vascular function. One fascinating study found that beet juice consumption lowered blood pressure by an average of 5 points within just 6 hours. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, are also powerful protectors of endothelial function. They reduce inflammation, improve membrane fluidity, and enhance the production of resolvent compounds that actively repair damaged blood vessels. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish weekly, or consider a high-quality supplement, providing 2 grams of EPA and DHA daily. Beyond diet, several specific activities directly benefit endothelial function. Regular physical activity increases the shear stress on blood vessel walls, stimulating the production of nitric oxide and other protective compounds. Even moderate exercise like brisk walking for 30 minutes daily can significantly improve endothelial function. Cold exposure, through practices like brief cold showers or outdoor winter activities, has been shown to improve vascular tone and endothelial health. The cold stimulus activates the sympathetic nervous system, causing blood vessels to alternately constrict and dilate, essentially providing exercise for your vascular system. One of my patients, a 62-year-old former smoker with early signs of peripheral artery disease, implemented these endothelial support strategies. Within 3 months, his ankle brachial index, a measure of arterial health, improved significantly, and the cramping pain in his legs that had limited his activities disappeared almost entirely. The sixth strategy addresses what might be the most overlooked aspect of heart health: sleep quality and circadian rhythm optimization. Your cardiovascular system follows a precise daily rhythm, with blood pressure, heart rate, and clotting factors all fluctuating throughout the 24-hour cycle. When this rhythm becomes disrupted through poor sleep, irregular eating patterns, or light exposure at the wrong times, your risk of heart disease increases dramatically. Research from the European Heart Journal found that people with poor sleep quality had a 41% higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Even a single night of insufficient sleep increases inflammatory markers and affects glucose metabolism. To optimize your circadian rhythm, focus first on consistent sleep and wake times. Your body prepares for sleep approximately 2 hours before your regular bedtime by releasing melatonin and lowering core body temperature. By maintaining consistency, you support these natural processes. Light exposure plays a crucial role as well. Morning sunlight, within the first hour of waking, helps set your circadian clock, while blue light from screens in the evening can disrupt melatonin production. Consider wearing blue-blocking glasses in the evening and implementing a digital sunset, turning off screens at least an hour before bedtime. Your bedroom environment should be completely dark, quiet, and cool, ideally between 65°C 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Even small amounts of light from electronic devices can disrupt melatonin production and affect sleep quality. Several supplements can support healthy sleep without the side effects of prescription medications. Magnesium glycinate helps relax the nervous system and muscles, while tart cherry juice is one of the few natural sources of melatonin. For those with more significant sleep challenges, combinations of GABA, L-theanine, and lemon balm can promote relaxation without morning grogginess. Beyond these basics, the timing of meals and exercise also affects your circadian rhythm and cardiovascular health. Eating your largest meal at midday rather than evening aligns better with your metabolic rhythms, while exercising too close to bedtime can delay sleep onset for some people. One of my patients, a 59-year-old woman with resistant hypertension, found that optimizing her sleep reduced her morning blood pressure by 15 points, something 3 different medications had failed to accomplish. The most remarkable aspect of this approach is that it costs nothing and addresses a fundamental biological need, rather than suppressing symptoms. If you're still with me, I want to thank you for your attention and commitment to your heart health. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing health information. And remember to check out the first link below to learn about a product that can help address these health concerns twice as fast. The 7th and final strategy for optimal heart health focuses on targeted nutritional support for cardiac mitochondria, the microscopic power plants inside your heart cell. Your heart contains more mitochondria than any other organ because of its enormous energy demands. Each day, your heart beats approximately 100,000 times, pumping 2,000 gallons of blood through your body. This requires tremendous energy production, all generated by mitochondria. When mitochondrial function declines, heart failure eventually follows. Modern lifestyles place enormous stress on cardiac mitochondria through processed foods, environmental toxins, chronic stress, and medication side effects. Statins, for example, while lowering cholesterol, can deplete coenzyme Q10, a critical component of mitochondrial energy production. The solution lies in providing specific nutrients that support and protect mitochondrial function. Coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, stands at the top of this list. Your heart's natural production of CoQ10 declines with age and can be further reduced by common medications. Supplementing with 100 to 200 milligrams of ubiquinol, the active form of CoQ10, can significantly improve energy production in cardiac tissues. A landmark study published in JCC Heart Failure found that heart failure patients taking CoQ10 had a 43% reduction in cardiovascular mortality over a 2-year period. L-carnitine is another crucial nutrient for heart mitochondria, responsible for transporting fatty acids into the mitochondria for energy production. Supplementing with 1-2 grams daily has been shown to improve exercise tolerance, reduce symptoms, and decrease mortality in patients with heart failure. Magnesium deserves special attention, as it's involved in over 600 enzymatic reactions, many critical for energy production and cardiovascular function. Approximately 68% of Americans are deficient in this vital mineral. Supplementing with 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, or malate daily, can improve energy production, regulate heart rhythm, and support healthy blood pressure. B vitamins, particularly riboflavin, B2 and niacin B3, are essential components of the electron transport chain that generates cellular energy. Deficiencies in these nutrients directly impact mitochondrial efficiency and cardiovascular health. A high-quality B-complex supplement can ensure optimal level of these critical nutrients. Alpha-lipoic acid serves as both an antioxidant and a cofactor in mitochondrial energy production. It has the unique ability to regenerate other antioxidants, like vitamin C, providing comprehensive protection against oxidative damage to heart tissues. Doses of 200 to 600 milligrams daily have shown benefits for cardiovascular health. D-ribose,
a naturally occurring sugar that forms the backbone of ATP, the body's energy currency, can help replenish energy stores in cardiac tissue. For those with significant fatigue or recovery from heart events, 5 grams 2-3 times daily can help restore energy production more quickly. Beyond specific supplements, certain eating patterns naturally support mitochondrial. Intermittent fasting activates mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria through a process called hormesis, a beneficial stress that strengthens cellular systems. Plant compounds, like resveratrol from grapes and pterostilbene from blueberries, directly activate sirtuin genes that regulate mitochondrial function and longevity. Regular consumption of these foods can provide meaningful protection for your heart's energy systems. One remarkable case that illustrates the power of mitochondrial support involved a 72-year-old patient with advancing heart failure who had been told he would eventually need a heart transplant. After implementing comprehensive mitochondrial support alongside the other strategies we've discussed, his ejection fraction, a measure of how efficiently the heart pumps blood, improved from 28% to 45% over 6 months. His cardiologist was astonished, as this degree of improvement rarely occurs without surgical intervention. What makes these nutritional approaches so valuable is that they work synergistically with conventional treatments rather than replacing them. They address the underlying cellular mechanisms that drive heart disease progression, complementing the symptom management that medications provide. This comprehensive approach allows many patients to reduce their dependence on medications over time, always under proper medical supervision. As we wrap up these 7 strategies for optimal heart health, I want to acknowledge that making these changes might seem overwhelming at first. The key is not perfection but progress. Start with just one strategy that resonates with you, perhaps the emotional heart healing or sleep optimization, and build from there. Small, consistent changes accumulate into remarkable transformations over time. Heart disease doesn't develop overnight, and neither does heart health. Give yourself permission to implement these changes gradually, celebrating each step toward better cardiovascular function. Remember that your heart responds quickly to positive changes. Studies show measurable improvements in endothelial function within hours of consuming heart-healthy foods or engaging in moderate exercise. I know firsthand how challenging the journey with heart concerns can be. The fear, the uncertainty, the frustration with conventional approaches that sometimes fall short. That's why I've created this channel as more than just an information source. It's a community of support for those committed to taking control of their heart health naturally. By subscribing, you'll receive regular updates with the latest research, practical implementation strategies, and inspiration from others who have transformed their cardiovascular health using these approaches. If you found value in today's information, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement helps us reach more people who desperately need this information. And don't forget to check out the first link below to learn about a product that can help address these health concerns twice as fast. Every like, every share, every subscription represents someone else who might discover the information that changes their life. The journey to optimal heart health isn't one you have to walk alone. We're here with you every step of the way, providing honest, science-based information at a pace that respects your individual situation. The most powerful medicine doesn't always come in a pill bottle. Sometimes it comes through the choices we make each day, the foods we eat, the thoughts we think, and the way we care for our remarkable hearts. Your heart has been beating faithfully since before you were born. Today marks a new beginning in your relationship with this extraordinary organ, one based on understanding, support, and the natural approaches that allow your heart to thrive as nature intended. Here's to your heart health, to vitality, and to a life lived with confidence rather than fear. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I look forward to continuing this journey together.